Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today's doing well. Actually, it was a bit late doing this video. Wanted to wait till we sleep. So, um, not be able to talk too loud, but did want to share my thoughts in regards to this week of wrestling. Well, at least a little bit. Now that I'm starting so late in the evening, I don't think my team was able to join, but I did want to at least have a video up as I always do each and every week, each and every Thursday. I almost even forgot to do this episode this week because I was enjoying the conversation with some friends and female perspective or call it prospective girlfriend candidate, but just say in that sense. So I was so enthralled in our conversation and other conversations that I forgot. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Thursday night. Done podcast. I already had a long day. We're doing other things. Had a job interviews as well. So I'm always looking to see if I can get my foot in the door in local broadcasting. But anyways, yeah. But did want to talk about Raw, SmackDown, everything happening in WWE. But overall, well, definitely this week for SmackDown Live did pretty dang good. Monday Night Raw, on the other hand, it was all right. In regards to a show that could have been better, but I think overall was fine. But it was an episode on paper that seemed like it was going to be awesome and great and this and that. And in the end, it wasn't. It could have been from what was, to be announced or was announced heading into the show, a great episode and a great start to 2019, right? That changed the new era, this and that, and that things would be turned around there. But I guess not. I don't know. I mean, you had it announced and promoted John Cena's returning to Raw. Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman were going to have a confrontation. Hulk Hogan's going to show. I don't know, Gene Okerlund, the late Gene. So with all of that, you thought, hey, something's going to go down in regards to a great episode, and it's going to be totally awesome, and this and that. And it wasn't terrible. It just wasn't as good as it was, and that segment between Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar wasn't great either. But we'll certainly see how things go moving forward. All right. Just wanted to share some things. Anyways, I'm just trying to look for raw results and everything if I can get to it. Sorry. Sorry, just waiting, trying to get down to Raw and SmackDown. Anyways, I think Raw with the segments, yeah, John Cena starting off the show, or really starting off the show was um a brawl. You're trying to do something different, something, and yet it wasn't what you thought. And I already did my video about all elite wrestling and that stuff, so don't worry, you hear my thoughts on that later on. But let's talk about here Raw as I finally get to the Raw stuff here on social media. Took a lot of scamming, or not scamming. So yeah, EC3 and Lacey Evans are backstage on Raw. Does that automatically mean those two will be on Raw? Maybe not, but it certainly would be interesting if that's the case, especially Lacey Evans and the women's division. Lacey Evans is the main event. Maybe that's really where. But yeah, Raw kicking off with Bobby Lashley, the almighty Bobby Lashley, right? And Seth freaking Rollins brawling and to be separated. I thought creatively that was a good idea. It was different, but it was just weird. Like I thought it served its purpose and went somewhere without actually going somewhere as well. Like that, and then just John Cena is able to come out. John Cena comes out and announces that he's entering the Royal Rumble. Drew McIntyre interrupts and says he wants a match against John Cena. John Cena tells Drew, "Hey, I heard it all before. They're going to tackle me and this and that." But then you have Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, and Dean Ambrose, along with Finn Balor interrupting and bringing a six-man tag match. There you go. And in that six-man tag match, John Cena, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor defeat Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Dean Ambrose. So you have the faces going over. Not too bad of a match, honestly, but still was what it was. Anyways, moving on from there, Seth Rollins defending a match against Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. Triple H makes it official for the main event of Raw in a false time anywhere match. So I thought, hey, that's interesting. I thought maybe he'd be in that match at Royal Rumble. And as much as they don't do rematches, but he earned his way back to get it in a sense of a rematch without, getting a rematch without the rematch clause. So it is different by quote unquote, storyline, putting them through more work to get it than usual, but still. Then we get the moment with Hogan, Mean Gene Oakland, the late Mean Gene getting a 10-belt salute. Hulk Hogan then comes out and then has a video package for Mean Gene's great moments. He starts off by doing the "Let me tell you something, brother," and then sorry about that. Takes off his shades, talks for real, sincere. And then even when the video package is over, he's talking more, sincere about he misses his friend and this and that. It's very heart wrenching to watch. To be quite honest, remarkable in a sense in that way. And then he goes back into the character and has a promo with Gene talking about a tag team match in the heavens. And I still have that poll on my Twitter at the Ramble on Show WWE. If you want to vote there. Glorious Gable defeating the Revival in a lumberjack match to retain the Raw Tag Team titles there. Revival getting another opportunity and it not working out. Elias announces his entrance that he will be an entrant in the 2019 Royal Rumble match. Baron Corbin does the same, and match there as well. And Baron Corbin in that match one-on-one does defeat Now we have Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman having a confrontation. First coming backstage, it just seemed like Braun Strowman was lost during the whole segment. Not that he was stumbling on his words, but it just didn't seem like he was having a sense of understanding of how to cut a promo with a person in the ring and out of the ring. He seems like a smart individual. Not just powerful and strong, but smart. So, surprised if that would be the reason, or just was flustered. I'm trying to remember things he had to say, points, or this and that. The points he had to hit in this promo, I don't know. But Braun Strowman having some of the time even having to re-say what he was supposed to say, unless that was just how it was and supposed to be planned, but it seemed not all there. So you have Brock Lesnar there, you fly him in, he has, his one showing, and that's all he does. But, excuse me, sorry. I guess it is what it is. Anyways, moving forward. Apollo Crews and Ember Moon defeat Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox in a mixed tag match. That was actually pretty cool in that regard. The Moment of Bliss, Alexa Bliss talk show that premiered. I don't know how much longer they're going to be keeping Alexa Bliss on the shelf. But I enjoyed I enjoy it. I enjoy how they have it set up. They're up on the ramp. Then in the middle of the ring or backstage or making it look like it's a podcast or making it look like otherwise. Very well done. She was looking beautiful and awesome. Alexa Bliss, I mean. And so in the moment of bliss, we have special guest Ronda Rousey. And it ends with Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. We made official. The winner gets a match against Ronda. Moving forward, Sasha Banks defeats Nia Jax to earn a Raw Women's title match against Ronda Rousey at the Royal Rumble. So there you go. I mean, I knew Sasha Banks was buried after the 2018 she had, but yeah. And in the main event, Dean Ambrose defeats Seth Rollins in a Falls Count Anywhere match with the help of the almighty Bobby Lashley to retain his Intercontinental Championship. And then Raw ends with Bobby Lashley putting Seth Rollins through a table. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes over here to my right. So, SmackDown was okay. I mean, Raw was okay, but let's see how SmackDown was going to do. And I think SmackDown did pretty well. I think overall for the show, SmackDown did well this week. I think Raw had the big one in regards to the attribute to Mean Gene Okerlund and the main event match being Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship, which was excuse me, it's a good match all in all. But I think overall, in regards to which show did it better, I'd probably say SmackDown did for this week for sure. But no matter what, Raw and SmackDown on my Twitter, those Twitter Insta poll stuff that I do each week after the show, both of them saying, or both the majority saying that it was a great show for Raw and SmackDown. For whatever reason, people voted that way, and I appreciate that. Very few voted for terrible, but it certainly was good shows all around. Now on SmackDown Live, you had, excuse me, so Raw, but we also did have Andrade Cien announcing his entry into the Royal Rumble himself there. Sorry, going through here before we get to SmackDown results. See if there's any other big news in regard to Rey Mysterio announcing that he's entering the Royal Rumble. Just all his announcements there. Dang it. SmackDown kicking off with Daniel Bryan yelling at fans for eating unhealthy and cheering for AJ Styles. R-Truth wants some payback and attacks Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan defeats R-Truth in an actually competitive match. Good to see. Not R-Truth totally getting squashed. But then again, you are facing the WWE champion. You're probably not going to beat him. And if you were, it would be because of AJ Styles. But it was after the match. AJ Styles attacks Daniel Bryan. He's leaving. Also, Samoa Joe and Cien Almas. Andrade Cien Almas defeating Rey Mysterio and Mustafa Ali. I've enjoyed seeing Mustafa Ali on SmackDown Live. I think he has a bright future on the blue brand or just on the main in general. I think I've enjoyed him until I've not to see more of him on SmackDown Live as much as I enjoy seeing Zelina Vega each and every week on SmackDown Live. I enjoy seeing Mustafa Ali in the ring and do his thing for sure. Listen, hopefully he gets opportunities in regards to push and title opportunities. Whether it's US title or world title. I mean, at least getting the opportunities. I think he, even for his size and type of wrestling, I think he deserves that for sure. But then again, us in the wrestling community use deserves quite loosely. But how I feel in regards to Mustafa Ali. Moving right along, The Miz wants Sami Zayn to pull some strings and have him get a SmackDown Tag Team title match. Shane says he will not abuse his power and they have to earn their way to a title shot. Russo says Gina Nakamura crossed the line last week after Lana got injured. Nakamura says it wasn't his fault and Russo is the one to blame. I actually gotta say Nakamura's English has improved. I don't know if it's been a while since I actually heard him cut a promo in English. Or maybe he's done so and has improved particularly, but the last time I heard him telling a promo trying to do in English was very, very choppy indeed. Rusev got backstage and tries to find Nakamura, but Nakamura attacks him. The Bar defeating the Usos after Mandy Rose comes out and asks Jimmy if she left her clothes in his hotel room. Mandy Rose, it's very interesting whether listening to her in this storyline and this whole thing seems more of a, not a filler in the show, but for her, not biggest thing is I thought it would be. Maybe I do say she is a dark horse for the Royal Rumble, for the Women's Royal Rumble. And I'd like to see Mandy Rose getting that title shot. And if you're gonna have a triple threat that's being, rumored for Ronda Rousey's title, why not give Mandy a chance, right? Hashtag give Mandy a chance. The Miz challenges the Bar to a SmackDown Tag Team title match at the Royal Rumble. The Bar attacks Miz and accepts his challenge. Daniel Bryan claims AJ Styles will never take his WWE title away because he's fighting for a cause that's bigger than him. It's actually pretty. Shane McMahon isn't sure that he and The Miz can defeat Cesaro and Sheamus at the Royal Rumble, but The Miz says he believes they can win. And I would be shocked if they did. And Becky Lynch defeats Carmella and Charlotte Flair in the main event. The winner getting to face Asuka at Royal Rumble. So she'll face Asuka. Again, a superstar not automatically getting the rematch, having to storyline-wise run the rematch. Excuse me, still getting the rematch. Happy 20th birthday to Ruby Riott yesterday. Seeing some things. But anyways, just pretty all good shows. I'm looking forward to seeing how things go moving forward. Heading into the Royal Rumble, we have a couple weeks till we get to the actual Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. But all Raw, SmackDown, not terrible at all. I won't go that far, but hopefully your evening is going well. Like I said, I'm talking to not to my girl, but to a girl, to a woman. I stopped coughing. Good thing we're not actually texting. My voice is somewhat back. Last week, as you remember, all my videos were on Thursday and Friday, and I could barely talk. Now it's improving. I'm going from there. Sorry about that. But not too much else to be talking about in the world of wrestling. Anyways, that's pretty much it in regards to this show of Wrestling Ramble. I think y'all being here. Apologize for it being short and sweet. Of course, we're not talking about AEW in regards. I already did that in a separate video. And plus, it's just about WWE, the king of the ring in a sense of pro wrestling. But But we'll see how things go moving forward. I'm ready for the Royal Rumble. I'm looking forward to it. If you are interested in being part of the Royal Rumble pool, the Royal Rumble pool 2019 edition here at the Ramble, follow me on Twitter at the Ramble _ WB, and let me know. Tweet at me or let me know in the comment section your Twitter handle, and I'll follow you back. And then I'll be making my selections here shortly. Well, obviously in the next week, so maybe not shortly, but making my selections and then announcing it during the prediction show. All right, maybe I won't be announcing it, but I'll be announcing that I have it set up. I might share it to some people what they are, because there might be a lot of people that joined in. I don't want to make it a 4 to 5 minute thing of me just running down names. But then I will post it through tweets, or through actual tweets. I don't know why I did that, but anyways, posted the tweets the night of Royal Rumble event of everybody's number, and it's one board, one setup for both Rumbles. So if you're Group 3, number 23, you're Group 323 for the women's as well. It's not just for the women's, not just for the men's. It's randomized once. Depending on how many groups, you might only have 2 groups or 1 group, or just, but whatever it be, then everybody part of it that way as well. So I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy your weekend as well. Moving forward, I have a couple of videos left to do for this week for this channel, and hope to chat with you all in the future. And above all else, as always, take care.